Hey guys, hey everyone, hey YouTube, hey mamas, hey this kind family. It's me, your girl Deka, Diary of an Abuja Mom. So if you're seeing my face for the first time, maybe you're a new mom and you somehow saw this video on your explore page and you're like, what's she about? Who is this pretty girl? Who is this pretty mama? See, my name is Deka. Deka is short for Deka. Deka is what I'm holding is great. So what all of you are holding is great. My mouth is just anyways, I'm feeling myself, even though I feel like I'm doing one kind color blocking, but it doesn't matter. I still look good. Damn, I look good, right? I look fine. I look fly. So I'm super excited that you're here actually, and if you've not already, this is the best time to click on the subscribe button so that whenever I post a new video like this one, you'll be the first to get it. And today I'm going to be doing a video, one of the most requested video I've gotten from moms. There are two things people have been asking me to do a video on. One is how I made my baby to start sleeping longer, and two is how I the food I feed my baby with. My baby is about 6 months plus. She'll be 7 months by the end of this week, on the 28th of this month. And yeah, she has been sleeping all through the night. And guys, I have so many things that I think that have happened. Some things I purposely, like, I intentionally did them, while others I just realized that I was doing them and it was working. And I'm going to be guiding you guys on what I did, and hopefully it works. And if you have other tips like that worked for you, please let us know in the comment section, because person know they learn finish. No man's an island or no it all. I'm even the worst person to even know things from, but there's some things I know. Anyways, I wrote them down in my phone. Yeah, my new phone. If you're not following me then you don't know about this new phone thing, go and watch my vlog so you know about the new phone thingy. Yeah. The first thing that made my baby to start sleeping longer was food, guys. Okay, so in one of my videos I talked about how my baby stopped sucking really early, you know, stopped sucking my breast really early, as in it was really difficult for me. I felt like a mom that was I felt like a bad mom. I felt like there was something wrong with me. I felt like I was not good enough for her, because like my other kids sucked for a very long time, a year plus. So this was really new to me. I think I used to hear it from other people, but I've never really seen, at that time before it happened to me, I've never really seen anybody close to me that it had happened to. And that's why it's good to speak out, talk about things like this, because when I had talked about it, other people started telling me how, even my in-law called me and she was telling me how hers too, it happened like that, you know. So when my baby stopped sucking, I had to start improvising. I had to start giving her other things, and one of the things I started giving her at 4 months, she actually stopped sucking at 4 months. One of the things I started giving her, because it was just milk, baby milk, nan milk she was taking. I give my baby nan, you can give your baby whatever you want, was pap, and I made it really watery. It wasn't thick at all. It was really watery, and she loved it, because I was feeling really bad. One day I made pap for the family. Before I put sugar in the pap, it was a Saturday I think, I was like, let me even try this thing, let me even, you know, and I did it, made it really watery. And guys, she was gulping and gulping. I was like, ah God, like thank God I found something that she'll be taking. And I noticed that it made her to sleep longer. I think pap, for me, pap makes me sleep longer. I don't know why. I don't know if there's a scientific reason. There must be a scientific reason or a medical reason, but I don't know why. It made her to sleep longer. So what I now started doing, because it was making her to sleep longer during the daytime, I made sure she slept, like I planned her sleep. Like I made sure she slept maybe in the morning, in the afternoon. When it's getting like 5, 6, I don't allow her to sleep. I make sure my kids play with her. We play with her. We play with her, like play with her, so that she will not sleep. And somehow she when it was time to sleep, like, guys, like she's sleeping till morning because she's really tired from the play. So that's one of the things I did. Then number 2 of what I did was the bed. Guys, she used to sleep on this bed, and guys, we realized that as she was getting older, the bed was becoming really uncomfortable for her. She was always wriggling, shaking. She wasn't, at night she must wake up like 3 times, 4 times. So we're like, when I noticed that whenever we bring her to our bed, because when she's making, like for me, whenever she's disturbing, I'll just be, let me just keep her in the bed at one, let her stay near me now. Whenever I keep her on my bed, she's sleeping till the next morning. I was like, that means it was this bed. And I started doing it, and I noticed that on my bed she was more comfortable. She was sleeping very well. So where your baby sleeps matter. So don't say, because I bought this bed for 100 million, she must sleep in it. Guys, that's the price we have to pay as parents. You buy things for these babies and they don't use it. I have things that I've bought that my baby doesn't even want to sit on it, and it's really heartbreaking and annoying, especially in these financial times when people are just, you know, when things are really, really bad. But you have to also, for your sanity, for yourself, so that you can sleep well at night, you have to also figure out where your baby is most comfortable in, that is even comfortable for her. Because in as much as you cannot say your baby is comfortable sleeping in the bathtub, it's not going to be comfortable for her. I'm kidding, right? But you know what I'm trying to say. So make sure you find out that particular place that your baby is comfortable in. And I know a lot of medical professionals, sorry, I just kicked my tripod, a lot of all these kids medical professionals like pediatricians and nurses and all that, I know they always tell you sleep with your baby facing up. But guys, truthfully, I'm talking from a mom's point of view, but you have to be very, very cautious. I'm not telling you that you must do it, but I'm just telling you what has worked for me. I've noticed that what works for me and my baby is my baby sleeping on her stomach. So that's another thing. A lot of people tell you, let your baby face up, let your baby face up. It's very good and there's a good reason for it. But then some babies, when they face up, they don't even sleep 2 seconds. My baby will just be wriggling and crying and shaking. I realized very early that she likes to sleep on her stomach, and I think I did it for all my kids. It's not even her. I did it for all my kids and it worked. And when I tried it on her, it worked. She made her to sleep longer, so I started doing it. Now that she's older and she has already understood her timing, she sleeps however she wants to sleep. Sometimes you see her sleeping by the side, sometimes by the facing up, sometimes facing down. You know, just make sure you're watching her to monitor her, that she's not covered, nothing is covering her. Like, you make your bed as free as possible so that your baby does not get suffocated, and you know how to sleep. Because some of us, let me not lie, some of us sleep on this jaga body is sleeping, just stretching around the world. Like, you forget that you have a baby and use your hand and give your baby hot beats like bam, you know. You have to be very, very careful, so don't try that. And then the next one is playtime. I think I've already talked about this. You have to play with your baby. As your baby is getting older, play with your baby. It makes them really exhausted. Even you as a grown-up, imagine you playing. Like, maybe sometimes I go out with my kids, we'll take a walk and we'll run. We used to do racing. Guys, my kids, like, when I finish doing that thing, whenever they come back, these kids, they have their bath, eat, and then they sleep till the next morning. Nobody's coming to tell you, Mom, I'm scared of the dark, mom, you know. So playtime is very important for babies. Play with them, not rough play. I'm not saying you're gonna be flinging your baby up and down, doing any tombolo, swinging the baby and flipping the baby over. That's what we call tombolo. No, what I'm saying is, you know, those kind of play, hey, you know, just toys, buy toys that baby can play with. Your baby can buy this. There's this mat I have in my house, which I'm going to be leaving also. The mat, she just plays around the mat. I have toys around the mat. You know, it makes them they're happy, they make them strong, and it makes them sleep longer. So the next one is bath time. Guys, scheduling your bath time is very, very important. Like timing, I think just scheduling when it comes to babies, just having time for things is very important. Planning things. For me, bath time, I make sure I bath her every night at 9. In the morning, I can bath her by 11. It depends on my mood, or depends on her. If she sleeps longer, I bath her by later. Or maybe she wakes up and I see that she's maybe fussy, I don't bath her when, like, immediately she wakes up. I leave her to get herself, then I bath her. But in the night, whether or whether, she must bath by 9. Or except there are situations where maybe something happened, I will leave her. But if not, she must bath by 9. And what that has done, it has made me and her to understand that after 9, after bath time, is feed time, and then it's sleep time. I make sure my room, the lighting is always off, because when you leave the light, the eyes just be shining like touchman lights, I mean security man touch lights, you know. So you have to plan that bath time, that night time bath time, very, very important. What I've noticed is that around that time, I noticed that her body is always, you will just notice that she will start becoming very uncomfortable. It means, Mom, it's time to bath, you know. So yeah, bath time, very important. The next one is routine, which I've talked about. Just having a routine. If you're very good with if you're not a routinous person, you have to learn how to be routinous. No matter what, it will help your baby, it will help you. You're able to plan. You can say, okay, between this time and this time I'm going to do this, between this time and this time I'm going to do this, right? It's going to help you. Another thing that has worked for me is help. If you can get help, if you have help around the house. For me, I have my mother-in-law right now. I have my hubby, I have my kids, and then I have my help. So if you have a help, like just people helping you around the house, helping you with the baby, it will be easier so that people can share it. You will not be overwhelmed, because when it's only that's carrying that baby, that's when you notice that the baby needs to sleep early, you know. But when you have people that carry the baby at different times, it will not be that overwhelming for you. I don't know if this is part of it, but I just feel like I should put this out there. And then the next one is aeration. I don't know if that's the right word. I wrote it down. I just felt like that's the right way to explain it. Aeration means having, for me, and I think nowadays babies are they just came to this life to come and enjoy. They cannot come and kill themselves, right? Now when we have these babies, doctors, the hospital, they tell you leave, they don't turn on the AC, don't turn it off, because your baby is running temperature. You're not going to leave this hospital with a baby running temperature, right? So making sure that your baby has enough air, the room is airy, not over clothing. Some people will wear, there's something that happened to me when I had Ife. I wore Ife one kind overdressing. I said, if you see Ife, you think Ife is a winter. And I want him everything. Now still carry those thick wool shawl. The doctor was like, madam, if it was you they covered like, will you be okay? That is just, they are humans. We're not even in this Nigeria, not even cold, and yet you see people covering their babies. I was on that table, but now I've learned. So what I do is, whenever there is no light and it's just fan, I don't wear her place suit. I wear her only her onesie, and it has worked for me, because my baby even likes air. My baby does not like heat. If she's hot, she's crying, she's fussy, and I think a lot of babies are like that. Make sure everywhere is your room is well ventilated. Nobody is saying you should back cold and put on your baby, no, but make sure if you have to turn on the AC and maybe the fan, wear onesie and the onesie and the play suit so that the baby will be comfortable. But make sure that the room is airy. Don't wear the baby so many things and still cover and still wear caps, still wear this one, wear that one, and yet the room is hot. You're doing the baby, like what you're doing to the baby is not even nice. And when the baby doesn't sleep, you start saying, yeah, my baby is not sleeping, my baby. You're the one that's causing it. One is sleeping position, which I've talked about. Sleeping position is very important. Don't say my baby must lie on the up, or lie on the down. No, check what works for your baby. If sleeping like this works for your baby, fine. If it doesn't work, leave them, but make sure your baby is in a position that really works. And another thing that I think is very important, which I've noticed and a lot of us neglect, nappy rash. Now I don't want to call diaper names because I don't want to spoil anybody's business, because it actually works for some people, it doesn't work for some people. Like this diaper I got a lot as gifts from everybody that came to my house. They bought this diaper for me, and guys, I realized that it doesn't work for my kids. Right from time I've always realized that it doesn't work for my kids, but because I got it a lot, I decided that instead of me throwing it away, like I didn't even know who to give it to, and I needed diapers. Like diapers are so expensive, so I needed to use it. So I noticed that when I was using it, my baby started having nappy rash, and you see the baby will become fussy, because it's like wound. Just imagine yourself having wound all over your bum, right? Baby becomes fussy, and the baby is not sleeping, the baby is just uncomfortable, and you know. So I feel like this tip may not be important to some people, but for me it's very important to always, either what I did was, instead of throwing away the diaper, and I felt really like guilty conscience started doing me to give someone, because I was like, if it wasn't working for my baby and I give it to someone, I'm giving it to the person, not because I actually want to give it to the person, but because it didn't work for my baby. So what I started doing, I bought this thing they call pseudo cream. So this is what the pseudo cream looks like, and this is the price I bought it. And what I did was to apply this all over the baby's bum before I used the diaper. And then even with this pseudo cream, it wasn't as if it was really like, the only thing that it took longer for the nappy thing, the rash, to come. And what I was not doing, I got another diaper which works for my kids. I've always worked for my kids, and it works for my baby, so I got it as a spare. So whenever that thing starts, I start using that other one. The only thing is that one is slightly expensive, right? I start using it, and when it clears up, that one is, I see that one even has something that clears up those kind of things. And when it clears up, I go back to my that other one. I wanted to cut the name, that other one. So it's like I'm winning. It's win-win for both of us, because I cannot throw away that diaper. I need diaper. I need it where I need it past anything, because of my baby is eating very well and she pulls and wheezes a lot, so I need it. So just being conscious of these kind of things help. Don't neglect things like this and say, I don't have money to buy that. But there's so many things you can do. You can use Vaseline. You must also use pseudo cream, because pseudo cream is quite expensive. You can use Vaseline, and there's something, if a doctor recommended mycotin, if they sell it in the pharmacy, you can also use that to rub on the baby's bum, right? So it will help. If it helps, fine. You can be using any diaper that you have. If it doesn't help, stop using the diaper. If you notice that it doesn't help at all, please stop using that diaper, because that's another thing that makes baby to become fussy, and the babies don't sleep. And when babies don't get good night rest, you guys know how it is. Like, even yourself, you're not gonna sleep. So for your own good and for the baby's good, like. And yeah, so what other tips do you have that has made your baby to sleep longer? If you have any tips, please share with us. We're all moms trying to survive in this mom street. It's not easy, guys, so I know. If you have any other tips, please share for us in the comment section. And if you would like me to talk about any other thing that comes to when it comes to having a baby, let me know in the comment section. I'm going to be doing that video, guys. I'm ready for you guys. Yeah. And I hope you guys actually enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to leave your comments. And I love you guys so much for watching. Until my next video, salute.